Hi guys, welcome back to the Totally Magic channel here in the UK. And we're going to do a quick little trick for you, which I think you're going to like. You introduce a deck of cards, 52 cards, and you ask your spectator to examine the pack and shuffle them. Now the shuffle that they give them is a genuine shuffle, trust me. Once they've shuffled, you tell them to cut off about half the cards because that's all we need. So they cut off about half the cards and we get rid of the rest. Now what I want you to do is to deal out 2 packets of cards with equal amount of cards in them. So they will start to deal out and you'll count along with them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I now want you to shuffle either one of those. Now they might shuffle these ones and you will grab these and shuffle these ones. So what I want you to do in a moment is grab a few cards and have a look at the face card and remember it. Remember it. Make sure you don't let anyone see your card as you bring it up here. Okay, so just grab some cards and have a look. Remember that card. Now, we'll give the cards a shuffle just to mix them up a little bit more. I know they've been shuffled quite a lot already, but I do want you to finish everything off. Can you cut and complete the cut? They often say that when people deal cards, especially gamblers, that they can actually feel the cards. I want you to deal 12 cards down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guess which packet has your card in. Don't tell me what your card is. Do you think it's here or here? You think it's over here. If I show you the cards, is your card there? It's not. How could I possibly know that? Well, because if you take these cards, it's in here, but not anywhere. You see, take those. If you spell the word magic, you're going to get a surprise. M-A-G-I-C. Now, before you turn that over, what was the name of your card that you were thinking of? 8 of diamonds. And that is magic. Here is the secret to this very simple trick. And the reason I like it is because it's practically self-working and everything is given to you in the deck. They are regular cards, by the way. There's no setup, so you can do this impromptu. You give a deck to somebody to shuffle. It's a genuine shuffle. Although you can do this trick with the entire deck, as you know, my feelings on getting spectators to deal out 52 cards always seems a little bit laborious and tedious, and well, you get the idea. It's a bit of a yawn. So what I get them to do is to cut about half the cards. Get rid of the others. You then want them to deal out 2 piles of cards, but they must have equal amount of cards in. So what I do is I count as they deal them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I've got an odd card left over. Just say to them, we only want equal amounts, so get rid of that, and they can get rid of that. So it doesn't matter how many cards you have in these. You could have 12 cards in each, 13, 14, 15, doesn't matter, as long as they're equal. Okay. You then both shuffle the packs. Again, the trick hasn't really started at this point, so the shuffling makes no difference, but it just enhances the appearance that you're achieving the impossible at the end. So they shuffle some cards. You're then going to get them to pick one of the packets. You're then going to demonstrate, because what's going to happen, you're both going to cut cards, but when you return them, they go on the opposite sides. Okay, so if they said they want to pick a card from here, you demonstrate what you want them to do. You say to them, in which case, pick up the cards and look at the face card. Now, what I'm actually doing here, even though I'm not picking a card, I'm actually going to remember that face card that I see, the 3 of clubs. The spectator will pick theirs up. As soon as they pick theirs up, you're going to gather the cards, and instead of putting my cards back here, I put them on here and just pull these towards me so they can put theirs down here. In fact, I also picked this up, waiting for them to look at this. So remember, I looked at the 3 of clubs. The chosen card is the 2 of clubs. They return it here and immediately just drop this on top. It doesn't matter whether or not their packet goes on top or your packet. Everything's done, because now you can cut these cards as much as you like. Now, in the routine, I would have done a false shuffle that looked like an overhand shuffle, but it was really just a cut. Finally, you get them to do the last cut. They cut the cards and you ask them to deal out the number of cards that were in the packets originally, which in our case was 12. So they deal out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The rest of the cards go over here. So you've now got the 2 packets, and you go on about this. Did you feel your card as you was dealing? Do you get a sense of something happening as you dealt? Now they might say yes or no, in which case just say, well, take a guess without looking which packet contains your chosen card. Now it doesn't really matter. Let me show you what happens either way. If they said it was in this packet, you casually pick it up, and while you're talking you just say, so you believe it's in here. What I'm actually doing here is I'm looking for my card. Remember, at this point in the trick, you've got no idea what card they chose. Okay, all you've got to go on is the one that you looked at when you was demonstrating. So the 3 of clubs. Now when I look at these, as I go through quickly, there's the 3 of clubs. Now because my 3 of clubs is in this packet, I know their card is in there. Now the great thing about this is, at what position is it? Well, look at these cards here. Let me spread these out so you can see them. From the face of the packet, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My 3 of clubs is in the 5th card from the face. That tells me where their card is in the other pack. It's the 5th card from the top of the pack. Okay, if it was in position 7, then it'll be the 7th card down there. So this gives you all the information you want. So what I did in the performance, mine happened to also be in the 5th position. So what I quickly did is that I thought, rather than count down the cards, what if we spell out the word magic? Now again, if their name was John, you could say, spell out your name and take the next card. So they spell out John, take the next card, and that 5th card will be there. There. Okay, if it was in the 8th position, you could say, spell out your card, and they spell out the words your card, and it's their card at the end. But as I said, it doesn't matter how you end this. Anyway, let me cover the other outcome. So that looks impressive. when you spread this, because when I see this, I say, do you know what? Your card isn't there. You haven't told me what your card is, but I get a feeling it's not there. And they will confirm it. I can now say, it's in here. Now, I don't know your card, but if I count down and spell the word magic, or count down 5 cards, or just deal them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is their card. It works every time. It's a self-worker. What if they say they think their card is in this packet? Well, you pick this up. Remember, you're always looking for your card. And as I go through, I can then see that the 3 of clubs isn't there. So straight away, I know their card is in here, but I don't know where. And I say, that's brilliant. Your card is actually there. It must be, because I know it's not here. And you can spread these and they will see that their card isn't there. But while you're doing this, you're counting where your 3 of clubs is. So now I know, and I say, but you haven't told me where your card is. But if I spell the word M-A-G-I-C, magic, there it is. Or you could just do it like this and just spread out and say, I can feel that it's not these, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this, but I got a feeling it's this one. You've never told me your card. What was your card? 2 of clubs. There it is. Loads of ways of revealing it, but very clever, self-working. Practice and enjoy.